What's up, Omaha? Hope you're having a great week. We are going to be talking about what's currently going on for buyers in today's market, as well as why it's super important for you to be going through that pre-approval process and talking to the different loan officers for a program that fits your needs. Starting off, we are going to hit the what are buyers doing? Well, it's actually been a very interesting shift. From what real estate standpoint, we're not seeing as many offers on houses anymore. A lot of houses are hitting the market, having price drops, having this house survived the weekend. This house only has 1, 2, or 3 offers on it. So what does this mean for you as a buyer? Well, FHA, VA offers are getting accepted at higher rates now. So if you have been holding off because you can't quite qualify for a conventional loan, now is the time to go back to your bank and talk to them about the FHA or VA option to see if you can take advantage of the market, get into a house, because I don't believe house prices are going to drop anytime soon. So it's still in your best interest to get into house and take advantage of those low interest rates. The next thing that you're seeing as buyers is because of lack of people interested in different properties, you're able to offer more things. Such as getting that inspection on the house, having a second look at it, having a little bit more time to make a decision. This is happening to some houses, not all houses, but it now is the time to really take advantage of getting in on the market, not having as much competition for houses, and still being able to negotiate in some of those things. The market is really weird right now, overall, as an agent. And if you're already working with an agent, he, she, whoever should have told you this, is that it's changing week to week, honestly, in the different things that are affecting home values and how people are perceiving the values that people are starting on the market. One of the worst things that a lot of people are doing is putting their house on the very top of the market, expecting a lot of buyers to keep driving the price up. But the truth is that appraisals don't always work on the seller side, and that by putting it above the market or people would like to see the house listed at, you as the buyer have the option to step in and take advantage of that so that you can get more of those contract details that you want, and then at the end actually have a better outcome for yourself. And it's really difficult for sellers, because it's one of the big conversations that I and other agents have to have, is you can't be greedy in today's market. You have to let the market talk for itself. The next big thing that we need to talk about is, even though the market is shifting slightly, with houses not getting some houses not getting a whole lot of attention, some not getting any attention at all due to price drops, it is still very important for you to get that pre-approval letter while you start this process. It is going to give you a starting point of what your monthly payments are going to be. The worst thing that you can do, or your agent can tell you to do, or you think you should do, or your loan officer should tell you to do, is take out the highest amount of mortgage that you can, even if you can't completely afford it. So, put this for example, you may be pre-approved for up to $250,000, but when all the numbers come out, you're really more comfortable in that $220,000 range. Well, that's going to give you the starting point when looking at properties. You're still going to have to be looking around that 2 to 225 range, because possibly the perfect house is going to be a little higher than that. But it's going to give you the edge so that you don't get overconfident in different properties that you cannot afford. unless you change your outlook on how much you want to spend month to month. The next biggest thing is that this has been constant for years now, that a pre-approval letter is almost mandatory with any offer that you submit. This is a very important aspect for selling, or the listing agent in the transaction is going to be looking for this, because they don't want any complications for their seller at all. And it's one of the very first things and easiest things that you can do to make your contract look better, as well as possibly make it stand out if no one else has that pre-approval letter there. But it's become very standard in the market, to the point where your offer could be thrown out just because it does not have that pre-approval letter. With that pre-approval letter, you need to be looking for different things. The loan officers that I tend to work with are going to go that extra mile for my buyers, meaning that when we write an offer on a house, I will contact the loan officer that we're using, and he will actually contact the listing agent and talk to them about you as the buyer, how qualified you are, how easy this transaction is going to be, because that's going to be one more thing that the seller will now think about, and it's going to make you stand out as a buyer. The next thing with that is, what type of programs do these different banks provide for you? There has been a lot of programs created to help buyers in today's market, first-time home buyers, all the way through conventional loans, to really make it easy for them to purchase a house, or make it financially easier for them. There's different programs like the Thrive program that you can qualify for buyers closing cost, waive PMI. There's another program that I know of that puts your approval letter through underwriting right away, so that you don't have to wait on that. You're just waiting on the appraisal. So you can essentially close in 14 days. So the next one that I really have for you is that it works very similar to GoFundMe before a house, where you can start it and have friends, family, whoever, put in a set amount of cash, up to $5,000 for your down payment on the house, and they don't have to be part of the transaction, and it will still technically be your house, but that's another way for you to get the funds to purchase the house the way that you want to purchase it. And there's a lot of different programs besides those three, but you can see how each program can be used to help you in different situations in the buying process. A house goes off the market and comes back on the market due to buyers financing fall through. Well, your loan already went through pre-approval. Well, guess what? Now you can close in 14 days, and that's exactly what that seller needs. Oh, you need to pay a little bit more for the seller, that extra couple grand for your closing costs. Now that's not coming out of your pocket. And oh wait, you're not paying the PMI insurance? Oh, that sounds pretty good. Oh, you're a first-time home buyer, you don't quite qualify for certain things, but you have a lot of friends and family that want to help you get into a house. Well, let's start a GoFundMe. Let's see how much you can get. And that can be another option that helps you get into that house. There's always options, and you should be educated on all the options so that your outcome comes, so you have the best outcome at the end. Each one has different qualifications that you need to meet to do them, but that's the whole point of purchasing houses, talking to the right people. If you have any questions about buying a house, or have been struggling in the market today and not sure why, feel free to give me a call. My contact information is below, and have a great rest of your day.